Have you ever looked in the mirror, maybe after brushing your hair in the morning, and thought, wait a second, wasn't my hair fuller just a few years ago? It's a quiet kind of change. One day, you're running your fingers through thick waves, and then suddenly the part in your hair seems wider, the ends look thinner, and maybe those strands on your pillow aren't so easy to ignore anymore. It's not dramatic, it's subtle, but it's real. And for many of us over 60, it's something we start noticing more often than we'd like. Now, don't get me wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a few gray hairs or a lighter crown. They're part of our story, signs of wisdom, laughter, tears, and resilience. But if you found yourself wishing your hair had just a little more volume, a bit more strength, or that familiar bounce it once had, well, you're not alone. And here's the best part. Nature might already have the answer waiting for you in your kitchen. That's what we're diving into today. Because, believe it or not, there are natural foods, real everyday ingredients that can help bring life back to your hair. We're not talking about magic potions or expensive salon treatments. We're talking about delicious, nutrient-packed foods that have been quietly working their magic for centuries. And if you give them a chance, they might just give your hair that extra boost you've been hoping for. So, if you've ever caught yourself running your hand over your head and wishing for just a little more fullness, or if you've started tying your hair back more often because it feels limp, this conversation is for you. Let's walk through it together, because making small changes, especially at this stage in life, can lead to big results. And hey, who says you can't love your hair again? Let's start with something that might already be on your plate from time to time, but after today, you might start giving it a more regular spot on your menu. I'm talking about eggs. Yes, simple, wholesome eggs. You know, there's something comforting about cracking open an egg in the morning. Maybe you make a little scramble or add one to your toast. But what you might not know is just how much good that little egg is doing for your hair. Eggs are packed with biotin, which is one of the most important vitamins when it comes to hair strength and growth. Now, biotin isn't some trendy health buzzword. It's been studied for years. And what we know is that without enough biotin, our hair tends to thin out, grow slower, and lose its shine. But the moment you start giving your body what it needs, it responds. Gently, steadily, and with gratitude. The yolk, in particular, is rich in healthy fats and nutrients like vitamin D and A, which help nourish your scalp and keep your hair follicles happy. Think of your scalp like soil in a garden. If the soil isn't healthy, you won't get strong plants, and it's the same with your hair. Eggs help build a healthy foundation, and that means thicker, healthier strands from root to tip. Some folks even go a step further and make homemade egg masks, just whisking up an egg or two and applying it to damp hair, letting it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes before rinsing. Now, I get it. Not everyone wants to walk around with an egg on their head, but just eating eggs a few times a week? That alone can work wonders. Plus, it's a great source of protein, which your body absolutely needs to grow strong hair. And here's something else about eggs that might surprise you. They help improve the elasticity of your hair. That means less breakage when you brush, fewer split ends, and an overall stronger structure. So the next time you crack one open, just smile a little, because you're feeding your body and your hair exactly what it needs. Now let's move on to something just as humble, but just as powerful. If you've ever enjoyed a bowl of oatmeal or a sprinkle of seeds on your salad, you might already be halfway there. I'm talking about flax seeds. These tiny little seeds are often overlooked, but they pack a serious punch when it comes to hair. Flax seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and here's the beautiful thing about omega-3s. They're like nature's little moisturizers. They help reduce inflammation, boost circulation, and support the health of your hair follicles. Basically, they keep everything calm and nourished at the root, which leads to better hair growth and a fuller look over time. What's even better, they're incredibly easy to add to your routine. You can toss a spoonful into your morning smoothie, Mix them into yogurt or even sprinkle them on toast with a little honey. Some people like to soak them overnight and then add them to cereal or oatmeal in the morning. They're gentle on the system and kind to your body, especially for those of us who are more mindful of digestion after 60. And speaking of digestion, flax seeds also support gut health, which, surprisingly, is deeply connected to hair health. A happy gut means your body is absorbing nutrients properly, and when that happens, everything from your energy levels to your skin and hair begins to reflect it. It's a reminder that everything in our bodies is connected. One small seed, so many big benefits. Now, you might be wondering how long it takes to see results. Well, hair doesn't grow overnight, but with a little consistency, a few weeks of giving your body what it's been quietly asking for, you'll start to notice changes. Maybe fewer strands left behind in the shower. Maybe your ponytail feels just a little thicker. Maybe a friend says, "Hey, your hair looks great today." Those small moments matter, and they're worth waiting for. There's something empowering about knowing you can take control of your health and appearance with simple, natural choices. And it's not about vanity, it's about feeling good. When you look in the mirror, it's about standing taller, smiling wider, and feeling like yourself again. We deserve that at every age. Let's keep this journey going. We've looked at eggs and flax seeds, two powerful allies that work from the inside out to support stronger, thicker hair. But we're just getting started. There are more delicious everyday foods that can help you reclaim the fullness and shine you deserve. So far, we've talked about the quiet power of eggs and the tiny but mighty flax seed. It's amazing how something so simple, so ordinary, can have such a lasting effect on our health, especially when it comes to something as personal as our hair. And I say personal because hair isn't just hair, is it? It's tied to our confidence, our identity. It's part of how we feel when we walk out the door. That's why these changes, whether it's a thinning crown or a loss of volume, feel so much bigger than they look. But the good news is, nature isn't done giving. There's still more it can offer. And the next one might just be sitting. In your spice rack, let's talk about rosemary. Not just as a seasoning for chicken or potatoes, but as a secret weapon for your scalp. This one is a little different because it's not just about what you eat, it's about what you can use directly on your hair. Rosemary has been used for centuries, and not just because it smells incredible. It turns out that rosemary oil, when applied to the scalp, can actually help improve circulation to your hair follicles. And that's important, because the more blood flow your follicles get, the more nutrients are delivered right to the source of your hair's growth. Now, I know applying oil to your scalp might sound a bit odd at first, but it's incredibly simple. Just a few drops of rosemary essential oil mixed with a carrier oil like coconut or olive oil is all you need. Warm it up slightly, massage it into your scalp, and leave it on for 30 minutes before rinsing. Not only does it feel soothing and relaxing, but over time, it can help wake up dormant hair follicles, strengthen roots, and even promote new growth. Some people even use it overnight. Just wrap your hair in a soft towel and let it work its magic while you sleep. But if oiling your scalp doesn't sound like your thing, no worries. You can still enjoy the benefits by using rosemary in your meals. Brew it as a tea, or simply infuse some olive oil with rosemary and drizzle it over roasted veggies or fresh bread. It's a little burst of flavor with a whole lot of benefit. And here's a little story to warm your heart. I once met a woman named Elaine, 78 years young, sharp as a tack, and with the most beautiful silver bob you've ever seen. She swore by her weekly rosemary scalp massages, said it wasn't just about her hair, it was her moment of self-care. Her way of saying to herself, I still matter. I still deserve to feel good. That stuck with me, because it's not just about what these natural remedies do for your hair. It's also what they remind you to do for yourself. Speaking of self-care, let's move into something rich, creamy, and, believe it or not, excellent for your hair. I'm talking about avocados. Yes, those soft, buttery green fruits that go so perfectly on toast. They're not just trendy, they're a powerhouse for anyone looking to nourish their body from the inside out. And for your hair? They're pure. Gold avocados are packed with healthy fats, particularly monounsaturated fats, which help moisturize your scalp and strengthen the hair shaft. That means less breakage, fewer split ends, and more resilience overall. They're also full of vitamin E, an antioxidant that helps repair damage and protect your hair from environmental stress, like too much sun or dry indoor heat, which can be especially common in the winter months. Now here's the thing. Healthy hair isn't just about growing it faster. It's about keeping what you have. And avocados help with exactly that. They nourish your scalp, support collagen production, and give your strands the tools they need to stay thick and full. And the best part? They're delicious. Mash one up on whole grain toast, mix it into a smoothie for extra creaminess, or make a quick guacamole to enjoy with a veggie plate. You can even apply it directly to your hair as a mask. Just mash it up with a little olive oil and honey and let it sit for 20 minutes. It's like a spa day for your hair. And you deserve that. One thing I love about avocados is how gentle they are on the digestive system. As we age, our bodies often become a little more sensitive to certain foods. Avocados provide essential nutrients without any harsh side effects. They're easy to eat, easy to enjoy, and deeply nourishing. You know, people often talk about anti-aging, like it's some battle we have to fight. But I like to think of it a little differently. It's not about turning back the clock, it's about showing your body the care and kindness it's been asking for all along. Foods like avocados do just that. They support us not just in how we look, but in how we feel. And when you feel better, you move through the world differently. You smile more, you stand taller, and yes, your hair thanks you too. Let's take a moment to reflect on something. This whole journey isn't about perfection. It's not about looking 20 again or comparing yourself to magazine photos. It's about feeling comfortable in your own skin, embracing who you are while giving your body what it needs to thrive. And part of that journey is recognizing the power of small changes, a few mindful food choices, a bit of scalp care, a sprinkle of flaxseed here, a few eggs there. It all adds up. Now, let's move on to something sweet, because health doesn't have to be bland. If you've ever enjoyed a handful of fresh berries, you're already one step ahead. Berries, especially dark ones like blueberries and blackberries, are rich in antioxidants, and that makes them a quiet but powerful player in your hair health routine. Why antioxidants? Because they fight the oxidative stress that can damage your hair follicles. Over time, stress, pollution, and even just everyday aging create free radicals in our bodies. These free radicals can weaken hair strands, slow down growth, and make your scalp less hospitable for new hair. But when you bring antioxidants into the picture, especially the kind found in berries, you give your body the tools to fight back. Berries are also loaded with vitamin C, which helps your body produce collagen. And collagen is crucial for strong, healthy hair. It's what gives your hair structure and elasticity, making it less prone to breakage. Plus, vitamin C helps your body absorb iron more effectively. And iron is another nutrient your hair loves. Whether you toss some berries into your breakfast cereal, blend them into a smoothie, or just enjoy them on their own, they're a simple, delicious way to support your health. And if you've ever been told to avoid fruit because of the sugar, don't worry. The natural sugar in berries is balanced with fiber, and the benefits far outweigh the worry. Just stick to fresh or frozen berries, not the dried ones with added sugars, and you're golden. There's something joyful about eating berries too. Maybe it's the color or the way they burst in your mouth. But they remind us that taking care of ourselves can feel good. It can taste good. It doesn't have to be a chore. I want you to picture something for a moment. Imagine waking up a month from now, brushing your hair, and noticing it feels just a bit fuller, or maybe the shine is back, maybe someone comments on how healthy it looks. That feeling, that little flicker of confidence, is worth every step you're taking right. Now, it's not just about your hair, it's about you. Now, we've already looked at eggs, flaxseed, rosemary, avocados, and berries, each one a simple, natural gift that can gently restore what time may have taken away. But there's still one more food to talk about. Something warm, comforting, and quietly packed with hair-loving nutrients. It's one of those everyday foods that might already be part of your routine without you even realizing the good it's doing. I'm talking about oats. Yes, good old-fashioned oats. They may seem humble, even boring to some, but when it comes to nourishing your body and supporting thicker, fuller hair after 60, oats deserve a serious spotlight. They're rich in zinc, iron, magnesium, and especially biotin, a B vitamin that plays a key role in strengthening hair and stimulating growth. Biotin is often found in expensive hair supplements, but oats provide a natural source of it, and they do it with a side of fiber and comfort. What I love about oats is how they support your body on multiple levels. A healthy scalp needs good circulation and balanced hormones, and oats help with both. The iron in oats supports healthy red blood cell production, which in turn improves oxygen delivery to your scalp. And the slow-digesting carbs help regulate blood sugar, which becomes even more important as we age. Why does that matter for your hair? Because high blood sugar can throw your hormones out of balance, which can directly affect how much hair you grow or lose. And here's the best part. Oats are endlessly versatile. You can cook them warm on the stove with a touch of cinnamon and sliced banana, or prepare overnight oats in the fridge with chia seeds, yogurt, and berries for a creamy, cool breakfast. Want to get creative? Bake them into muffins, blend them into smoothies, or even grind them into flour for pancakes. However you choose to enjoy them, you're giving your hair a solid nutritional foundation, and your body will thank you for it in more ways than one. Let me tell you about a man named Walter. He's 83, and one of those quiet types who doesn't say much unless he really means it. His daughter convinced him to switch from sugary cereal to oats about a year ago. He started slow, just plain oatmeal with a little honey. A few months in, he noticed his energy improving. Then his skin looked better. And one day, after brushing his hair, he chuckled to himself and said, "Would you look at that? It's not falling out as much." He wasn't trying to look younger. He just wanted to feel better. And that's exactly what these small changes can do. So let's take a step back and see the bigger picture here. We're not talking about magic potions or overnight miracles. We're talking about real, tangible choices you can make every single day at any age that quietly add up to something powerful. Whether it's a boiled egg in the morning, a spoonful of flaxseed in your yogurt, a rosemary oil massage before bed, creamy avocado on toast, or a warm bowl of oats, these choices are like building blocks. They work together, gently and steadily, to restore what time, stress, or imbalance may have disrupted. It's not too late. That's what I really want you to hear. Whether you're 60, 70, or 80, your body still responds to care. It still listens when you nourish it. Your hair, your skin, your energy, your confidence, it's all still yours. And nature is ready to help if you're ready to let it. Now, maybe you're watching this and thinking, I've tried everything. My hair is just not what it used to be. And you know what? That's okay, because this isn't about going back. It's about moving forward with grace, strength, and a new kind of beauty, one that isn't measured by inches or volume, but by how you feel when you catch your reflection, proud, radiant, alive. And here's something to remember. It's never been just about your hair. It's about how you care for yourself, how you listen to your body, how you honor the season you're in. There's beauty in that, so much beauty. You're not trying to become someone new. You're just rediscovering the strength that's always been there. And maybe, just maybe, you'll look in the mirror one day and think, wow, I didn't realize how far I've come. That's the goal. Not perfection, not youth. Just wholeness, just you, exactly as you are, only a little stronger, a little healthier, and maybe with hair that feels just a bit thicker than before. Now, if this message has resonated with you, even just a little, don't keep it to yourself. Maybe there's someone in your life who's been struggling with hair loss, a friend, a sibling, maybe even your spouse. Send them this video. Let them know they're not alone, and there are natural ways to support their journey too. And while you're here, leave me a comment below. Tell me which of these foods you're already using, or which one you're excited to try first. I read every comment, and your stories truly make this space a community worth being part of. Finally, don't forget to hit that like button if you found this helpful, and subscribe for more gentle, empowering tips like these. Because this journey is just getting started, and I promise, there's so much more ahead. You are not too late. You are not past your prime. You're just beginning a new chapter, and I hope it's one filled with confidence, joy, and beautiful, vibrant hair.